Hey, podcast listener, are you a hacker, techie, nerd, investor, founder, or ever wanted to get into this world? Join TechCrunch for its annual Disrupt conference in San Francisco, featuring the luminaries who aren't only making the rules in technology, but changing the game. Get a first look at startups disrupting machine learning, mobility, healthcare, robotics, and more, and hear from the world's leading investors and innovators. Visit TechCrunch.com and use promo code SPREAKER. That's SPREAKER for an exclusive discount.
This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1215. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. On this show, Labor Day weekend, this show is focused on the executive job hunter. I think you can learn this lesson if you aren't. I think it will help you. And I'm going to take tomorrow off, just as an aside. No show tomorrow. I'll be back on Tuesday. But in the meantime, there are things you can be doing on Labor Day to help yourself. You can take my classes on Skillshare. I'll also tell you that my website that I talk about most of the time, jobsearchcoachinghq.com, I have curated information there for people that they can watch, listen to, or read. But my main site is thebiggamehunter.us. There are thousands of blog entries there that can help you with your job search. All my podcast shows, all my videos are there. So if you've got some time, you're sitting out on this weekend, spend some time at thebiggamehunter.us. It will help you. And now, let's get going. This is a lesson that I want to offer you that I think comes right out of television. And the lesson really is about, well, let me just go through the story. How many crime shows have you seen where weeks are compressed into 1 hour and at the end, the good guy wins? That's pretty much the plot of every show I've ever seen. Probably is the same for you too. And here's what unfortunately happens. Job hunters have an unrealistic expectation of what's going to occur. Now, first of all, this one lesson is valid. And that lesson is people have missed something along the way. And as a job hunter, one of the things you have to do is figure out where your misses are. And that's not necessarily about deficiencies in your background, but it can be about your execution. So for you as an executive, for you as a senior professional, I want to remind you that although you can do the job, you may not be able to have the skills yet. You may not have learned what's necessary to find the job. Even though you've hired hundreds of people in your past, it's different being on the other side of the desk. You know, I can't tell you the number of executives I've worked with who've hired so many people. You put them in the interview seat, and suddenly they're stammering idiots. And you don't want to necessarily be that. And most of you wouldn't be, but you could be amateurs from there, making mistakes and confessing things about your background that are completely unnecessary. Now, I want to be clear. I hate people who are sanitized on the other side when I interview them. I love people with personality, but they're focused, they're targeted, they have a clear idea of what they're trying to accomplish. And I want to make sure that from the standpoint of you interviewing, you don't make the mistake of thinking that this is a sprint that you're going through. You're not going to make the mistake of believing that you can just walk into an interview without any preparation whatsoever. And like a meeting which you walked into unprepared, be able to ace it. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way on TV. You know, eventually they find what the miss was and they solve the crime in the course of the investigation. Life isn't a TV show. And people make mistakes. They make tons of them in job hunting. And for you as an executive, I'm simply going to say, you have to do your homework. You can't behave like an amateur. You have to go out there and sell yourself and be prepared to talk about your experiences in ways that are useful to the audience to understand, the audience meaning the people that you're interviewing with, to understand how you can deliver the goods for them. And that's going to involve some preparation on your part and understanding of the role. So I've got some great videos. Watch the one called The Single Best Question You Should Ask on Any Interview. There are a series of them in the interview playlist that I think you'll find helpful. But at the end of the day, I can't make you prepare. But you know how important preparation is. After all, you haven't been winging it throughout your entire career. You've been well prepared. That's how you've gotten to the seat that you're in. Don't take the shortcuts here. Don't make the rookie mistakes that cost you. So that's today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, here are a few ways that I can help you. First of all, you can hire me to coach you throughout your job search in every way imaginable. That includes a resume and or LinkedIn profile critique, interview preparation, helping you with a salary negotiation and or networking, answering your questions about your job search, giving you advice about a decision you have to make once you have the offer. We can work in 30-minute or 1-hour increments throughout your search. And the easiest way to talk with me about it is by connecting with me at linkedin.com/IN/the big game hunter. Mention that you listen to the show. I just like knowing that I'm helping folks. And once we're connected, message me that you're interested in coaching. We'll do a free discovery conversation with one another. If you're not interested in coaching and you just have a few questions, the easiest way to do it is by reaching out to me through the Magnify app for iOS. That's Magnify with an I. Or if you don't have an iOS device, if you're an Android user or you just want to call me on the phone, do it through PrestoExperts.com, where I'm a career coach and job search expert. For those of you who've been listening to the show, you know that I always talk about JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. And recently, we've been changing the focus of the site to really emphasize interviewing and answering tough interview questions. If you join, you'll have access to curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read that's designed to help you find work more quickly, as well as videos and podcasts and other information. Again, an emphasis on interviewing and answering tough interview questions. You can also take my classes on Skillshare and become a premium member using the link in the show notes and get 2 months for free instead of the 1 month that the site offers. And the last thing I want to mention to you is schedule me for lunch. I do it at 12:30 most days, and for now I'm making myself available Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for lunch at 12:30 Eastern Time. We'll meet over Zoom and be able to see one another. You bring something to eat, or if it's early for you, very simply bring some coffee with you. We'll sit and talk for 45 minutes. I'll answer your questions. That's less for $175. That's less than what I charge for comparable time for my coaching. So again, reach out to me through LinkedIn and we'll schedule a time for lunch. Have a great day. Take care.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive #1, #2 employee. Leave a message at the... Hey, Jamie, it's me, Jamie. This is your daily pep talk. I know it's been rough going ever since people found out about your a cappella group, Mad Harmony, but you will bounce back. I mean, you're the guy always helping people find coverage options with the Name Your Price tool. It should be you giving me the pep talk. Now get out there, hit that high note, and take Mad Harmony all the way to nationals this year! Sorry, it's pitchy.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Hey, podcast listener. Are you a hacker, techie, nerd, investor, founder, or ever wanted to get into this world? Join TechCrunch for its annual Disrupt conference in San Francisco, featuring the luminaries who aren't only making the rules in technology, but changing the game. Get a first look at startups disrupting machine learning, mobility, healthcare, robotics, and more, and hear from the world's leading investors and innovators. Visit TechCrunch.com and use promo code SPREAKER. That's SPREAKER for an exclusive discount.